Well, I think crime is going to be rise to probably the top level. I think I'm very concerned about the AB 109 realignment and the situation it's put our communities in. And so I think dealing with that and how we're going to deal with that is going to be a very, very big issue. I think that obviously education and the budget and getting our arms around our fiscal stability in this state is going to be another big issue. But I honestly, I think crime with this early release, both in our communities and in our rural areas, is on the rise. We need to get facilities and bed space built as rapidly as we can, and we need to get more boots on the ground. And the question is, how do you do that? And I think that's the challenge we've got, but we have got to do it. There's no more important role for government than protecting the citizens. You know, I think obviously water is a big issue. There's a lot of other issues: water, high speed, our education, and so. But at the top of that list, I would say would be crime. Well, I think, especially in Stockton's case, with the fiscal situation, obviously it's a problem to hire the necessary personnel on the streets to get control of the crime. I think what we can do is, and I was hoping that the governor would have called a special session to deal with pensions. I think there's a lot more work that we need to do, and I think we need to be looking at how we can have a different tier, perhaps, for the CalPERS contributions, so that cities that are in trouble or cities with high crime rates can continue to give competitive salaries and continue to hire police officers to protect its citizens. I mean, we've got to do something, and it's going to reach a real critical mass. I mean, this is going to get worse before it gets better, and so it's how do you put the boots on the ground. How do you fund that? And you know, Bill Clinton did nationally put a lot of money into bringing the crime rates down by getting boots on the ground. Was always his talking point. We need to either work with the feds or somehow with the state to get the funding for cities with high crime rates and lack of jail capacity. It's a real sense of frustration for some of us that understand the institution and have respect for the institution of government and the Capitol. What I've always tried to do is what my mom always taught me, is to always look for the good quality in people and look for those opportunities in those areas that you agree with them on. Just as an example, we passed 3 bills dealing with the underground economy, and my partner was Bill Monty, who was from Santa Cruz. Well, Bill is pretty far to the left, but we started working on the underground economy when some folks from the pool industry came up and started talking to me about the problem they were having competing with people that were not playing by the rules. So Bill was my labor chair at the time. I was vice chair of labor, and we went and talked to Bill, and he grabbed onto it real fast too. Me and him worked together. We got 3 bills. We need to do a lot more, but I've told this to a lot of the freshmen, is that always look for those areas. Everybody agrees on something, and that's what you got to do. And we got to work on those things that we can agree on. And we're always going to have differences of opinion fiscally and how we operate as a government, but there are a lot of good things we can do as long as you keep your eyes open and don't shut the door and just say we're going to be a no and they're going to be a yes, and that's the way it is, and you leave it at that. It's not about no, it's about how. And that's how I've tried to approach it, and I think that's what the legislature needs to do.